All right. Hello, everyone at Kent Business College. Today, we're diving into something that gives a lot of people a proper headache: the product backlog. You know, that master to do list for a project. If yours is a bit of a chaotic mess, then you are definitely in the right place. We are going to get this sorted.
So, let me introduce you to our hero for today. This is Adam. He's a product owner right here at the college. A top bloke. But, well, let's just say Adam's in a bit of a tight spot at the moment.
You see, he's meant to be delivering this shiny new student portal, but his product backlog, oh dear me, it's gone completely pear-shaped. We're talking a chaotic jumble of vague ideas, ancient requests, and demands coming at him from every single department. It is frankly a proper dog's dinner.
Right, so the million-dollar question is, how on earth does he get himself out of his pickle? How does he possibly turn that mountain of madness into a clear, valuable plan that actually makes sense? Well, stick around because we're about to follow him on that very journey.
Okay, let's get into it. Adam's first secret weapon, his first move, is all about preparation. It's time to stop panicking, take a deep breath, and start bringing a little bit of method to all this madness. This is where he starts to fight back. Now, this is really important. Preparation isn't about waving a magic wand and solving everything at once. No. It's just about getting a grip. It means capturing all those ideas, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and starting to give them some structure so the backlog finally becomes clear, ordered, and actually focused on value. And here is a golden rule that Adam has to tattoo on his brain, and it's a big one for anyone thinking about their PMP exams. Yes, he owns the backlog. The buck absolutely stops with him. But he does not create it all by himself, locked away in some dark room. It is a team sport. He needs everyone's input. So this is what Adam does. He gets cracking. First, he captures everything. Every single idea, no matter how half-baked it seems. Then, for each one, he asks, does this actually align with the college's vision for the portal? And finally, he just gives it a quick, rough priority. Is it high value, urgent? And just like that, the mess is starting to look a bit more like a list. And this brings us to Adam's first cheeky PMP tip for you. If an exam question throws a curveball, talking about new ideas popping up mid-project, the answer is never to panic and freeze the scope. No, the proper agile move is to welcome those new ideas, capture them in the backlog, and sort them out later. Simple. So, Adam's got his list. That's progress. But let's be honest, a lot of it is still a bit fuzzy. So the next stage is all about turning those vague notions into something the development team can actually get their teeth into. Just take a look at this gem from his old backlog. As a lecturer, I want the system to be better for exams. I mean, come on, what on earth does that even mean? It is about as useful as a chocolate teapot. The team can't build it, they can't estimate it, they can't do a single thing with it. And that disaster of a story is exactly why we have something called a definition of ready. It's a simple checklist. Before a work item can even be looked at for a sprint, it has to pass. Is it clear? Do we know what done looks like? Are there any dependencies? And crucially, is it small enough to get done? That vague exam story fails on every single point. But look at this. After Adam has a quick chat with the lecturer, a little process called refinement, he's turned that useless sentence into this. As a lecturer, I want to upload exam questions via a CSV file to save preparation time. Crystal clear, it's actionable. It delivers real value. Now the team knows exactly what to do. Bob's your uncle. And the crucial point here is that refinement isn't Adam sitting on a throne dictating orders. It's a conversation. It's a collaboration. He brings the what and the why, and the team brings their expertise on the how. It's working together to find that clarity. Which leads us beautifully to Adam's next cheeky PMP tip. If you get a scenario about stories being too vague or a team that can't estimate the work, the wrong answer is always to just create more documents. The right answer? You need to improve your backlog refinement. Have better conversations. Right, so Adam has prepared his backlog and he's refined his stories, but it's still a bit tunky, isn't it? It's time for the final and maybe the bravest step of all, the absolute joy of pruning. Time to get the shears out and cut out all the deadwood. And honestly, just look at the state of it before he started. 50%, half of it, was just vague, maybe someday ideas. Another 35% were requests from 3 years ago that are completely irrelevant now. Only a tiny 15% was actually useful.
No wonder the team felt like they were drowning. So pruning is basically the art of saying no, or at the very least, not right now. It's about being deliberate and ruthless. You remove, you merge, or you just push things way down the list if they no longer deliver real value. It keeps your backlog lean, mean, and focused.
And let's be absolutely crystal clear about this, because it is a massive mindset shift for the PMP. Deleting an old idea from the backlog is not a sign of failure. It is the exact opposite. It shows you're disciplined. It is good agile governance. You're not hoarding ideas. You're curating value. And that brings us to Adam's final cheeky tip. If the exam describes a backlog with hundreds of items and a team that's completely overwhelmed, the answer is not to just hire more people. The lean, agile answer is to get ruthless and prune that backlog.
So look at that. Adam is now an agile hero. He prepares, he refines, and he prunes his backlog like an absolute champion. But what does this all mean? How does this new dynamic way of working actually stack up against the old school approach? Let's have a quick look.
This table really says it all, doesn't it? In the old world, you had a fixed scope baseline. In Adam's new world, you have a living, breathing product backlog. Change used to mean endless forms and meetings with a change control board. Now, it's just a quick reprioritization by the product owner. The whole mindset flips from freeze the scope to continuously adapt the scope. And this right here is probably the biggest takeaway for your exams and for your actual jobs. In Agile, this whole continuous process, preparing, refining, and pruning your backlog, is your scope control. It's dynamic, it's driven by value, and honestly, it's a total game changer.
Which brings us to our final thought, a question for you to take away with you. After seeing Adam's little adventure, have an honest look at your own backlog. Is it a lean, mean, value-delivering machine? Or is it a bit of a dog's dinner? Is it a source of value or a source of stress? The power to sort it out is entirely in your hands. Cheers!